Thank you for joining me again. This is my trip to Aguirre Spring recreational area in the Oregon Mountains. I'm coming up on the Oregon Mountains from the west here. I'll be heading up over this pass and eventually be making my way into the campground. This is that road into the campground, as you can tell. It is quite a moody afternoon with the crazy weather and clouds, fog, mist. Had a little bit of everything driving through this wonderful desert landscape. It made for an otherworldly experience with the agave plants and the pine trees. I saw some deer off in the distance. And we climb all the way up into the foothills of these mountains here, and that's where the campground is. And it was one of the most pleasant places I've stayed so far on my trip. It was supposed to be only an overnight situation, but ended up staying 4 days there, and it was a great 4-day trip. So we really enjoyed that area. And as you can tell, the mountainous area becomes very steep pretty dramatically here. And we just really enjoyed spending time in this area. Quite the view from the new campsite here. My goodness. It's quite a stunning sight to the backside as well. Got the clouds and mist moving in. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful spot. Now we just gotta get the whole camp set up here before it rains on me, if it does rain. So the weather provided some interesting photo opportunities. Definitely got some mood lighting and some interesting textures going here. Also provided for a wonderful sunrise. And of course the next morning it did clear up and it was fairly beautiful. The day after that, decided to head out to White Sands National Monument. It's supposed to be a lovely day out there. As you can tell, there's some cloud cover. It's supposed to blow all over during the day. Spoiler alert, it did not blow over. As you can tell from my video once I get into the park here. Fortunately, I was able to find an old jacket in the car because I was in shorts and t-shirt, and it made for a very cold experience. But a beautiful spot anyway. Oh, good morning. We made it out to White Sands here. We are a little disappointed in our weather. It's supposed to be 70 degrees and sunny. It is about 45 degrees and very cloudy right now. Hopefully it'll turn nicer while we're out here. But that does mean we had the park pretty much to ourselves this morning. I imagine until the weather warms up. But we're out enjoying the boardwalk right now. And hope to get into some more sand here in a little bit. I do have Miss Maggie along, as she is allowed in this national park. So we will be exploring the sand together. All right. So we are off to do the 5-mile loop at the end of the national park here. It's gorgeous out here. Even prettier with some sunshine, but at least we don't have to worry about being overheated on the walk. So off we go. So that hike turned out to be a complete bust. It got so cold and very windy, we turned around less than a mile out. This was the hike we did the next day. Beautiful morning, even though the sign tried to scare me off there. We decided to take this hike. It was about 4.5 miles loop, and it just went through an amazing diversity of plants and rocks and just some amazing views along the way. This quickly became my favorite hike that I've done since I've gotten back from my surgery. It's also the biggest hike, and it was definitely worth it. It was just absolutely gorgeous throughout the whole hike, and we saw some really interesting things that I hope I shared here with you so you can get a sense of it. I don't have the sound on for y'all because you don't need to hear me huffing and puffing, but there was certainly some elevation gain and loss here, and I really felt it the next day. But again, as it always is, the view is worth it. This was definitely one of my favorite view areas. Just on the side of the cliff here, you can totally see a different perspective of these mountains. The Oregon mountains are just beautiful. And again, I was very happy that we did this hike and got to see these views in a different angle from where we were camping. So very nice. And what a beautiful day.
This trail's been full of outstanding views the whole day. Just another angle. Just amazing out here. Very glad we decided to do this morning for a Sunday morning hike.
So later that same day, we're going up through Lincoln National Forest on our way to our next adventure. As you can tell, we hit some snow. This was really interesting to see and pretty unexpected. Although at this elevation, I shouldn't be surprised. Was hoping to do some camping in this area, but with the cold weather, I decided to just keep moving and head on to our next adventure at Carlsbad Caverns, which should be coming up shortly. And you'll be able to see it up here on the right. They actually even have a little ski slope in this Cloudcroft area. Just a beautiful country. Definitely want to get back here when it's a little warmer. Appreciate you following along, folks. Like I said, the next video will be out when I get it done, hopefully sooner rather than later. And I want to leave you with a couple of photos of night sky here as we make our way onto our next adventure. Give us a thumbs up. Thanks. Bye.